As we continue celebrating Job Shadow Month and Career and Technical Education Month, we're highlighting something truly powerful happening as the Virginia Department for Aging and Rehabilitative Services partners with key providers for a showcase event scheduled in April this year.
Yes, Rick, on April 30th, in fact, Wilson Workforce and community partners will host the Pathways to Possibilities Inclusion and Transition Fair, an event designed to connect students with disabilities and their families to real opportunities, resources, and real futures.
Joining us to talk about this is the director of Wilson Workforce and Rehabilitation Center, Alison Shaner. Allison, welcome back to the VR Workforce Studio.
Thank you, Rick and Betsy. It is always a pleasure to join you and share what's happening at Wilson
Absolutely.
Workforce and Rehabilitation Center.
Well, Allison, tell us about Pathways to Possibilities. What is this event and how did it come together?
Yes, so Pathways to Possibilities is an inclusion and transition fair designed to connect students with disabilities and their families to real opportunities, resources, and potential futures. Last year, we worked collaboratively with our local school divisions to host a transition fair, and we also held a separate autism awareness fair on campus. And this year, we decided to combine those two events into one larger event.
Mhm.
This event came together with our partners in local school divisions, including Augusta County Schools, Staunton City Schools, and Waynesboro City Schools. We share a common goal of successfully supporting students as they transition from school to the post-secondary world.
So, who are all the partners that are involved in this event?
Yes, so we work closely with Augusta County Public Schools, Staunton City Schools, Waynesboro Schools, Virginia Department for Aging, and then, of course, WWRC staff and teams here.
Well, Allison, community data shows that on average, 77% of students with disabilities are engaged in education, employment, or training after high school. What does this data tell us, and why is this fair and important response?
So that statistic tells us that there's still a gap, right? So while 77% is progress, it means that nearly 1 in 4 students with disabilities are not engaged in either education, employment, or training after high school. So this fair is our proactive response to that gap. We are bringing those resources directly to students and families so they can start planning early and with confidence.
Yeah, that's awesome. For a parent listening right now, maybe with a middle or a high school student, what will they experience if they walk through the doors here April 30th?
So we are hoping that they will find a vibrant and exciting interactive environment here at WWRC on that day. We have so many organizations that are going to be present. DARS and WWRC, obviously, our local school divisions. We also have PETC, which is the Parent Educational Advocacy Training Center here. We will have colleges, including JMU, Blue Ridge Community College, and VCU. We also have our workforce development partners from Virginia
Mhm.
Works that will be present. Virginia Community Services Board will be represented in Choice Group, plus so many more that are going to
Mhm.
come and share their expertise and knowledge with families.
How does this reflect the center's broader mission?
Yes, so our mission is to empower individuals with disabilities to achieve independence through competitive integrated employment. And so we believe that this event is a great opportunity to give students and families a firsthand look at those possibilities. Exposure to a campus like WWRC can be a game changer. It helps
Mhm.
students visualize their future and realize that meaningful careers are within reach.
What does this kind of partnership say about our agency and those involved and their willingness to collaborate? But more importantly, why is that critical to transition planning?
It is so important for our agency and for our partners in the community to work together to create those seamless pathways for students with disabilities. It is not something that a single agency can do alone. It really does require everyone coming to the table and bringing their expertise for the
Mhm.
benefit of students.
Absolutely. So, Allison, beyond April 30th, what would success look like for this event?
So ultimately, success is when students leave high school with a clear plan and they have the support they need to achieve it. We also know that we are hoping to increase overall awareness of the resources that are available for families and students. We want more students to be engaged in education, training, and employment after high school. So again, moving that number from 77 even higher. What can we do
Mm.
to get to close that gap? We also hope to see increased referrals to vocational rehabilitation or DARS earlier in the process. The earlier we can start working with students, the more likely we are to have positive outcomes.
Mhm.
And we want families to move forward feeling confident about their future.
Yeah. Allison, directing this great facility, what excites you most about hosting a program like Pathways to Possibilities?
I'm excited about the energy that this event will bring. It is so much fun to see students and families exploring and connecting with those resources and those partnerships so that it does not have to be a time of fear, but actually a time of excitement and opportunity.
Mhm.
And so that's what really makes this worthwhile and makes this an exciting event for me personally, as well as for the center, because it really is about creating those real pathways to independence and having meaningful lives, just like we all want.
The Pathways to Possibilities Inclusion and Transition Fair will be held at Wilson Workforce and Rehabilitation Center on April 30th, 2026 from 3 to 6 p.m.
Community organizations interested in being involved, you have until March 6th to sign up. We'll have that contact information in our show notes for you. Allison, thank you for your leadership and for continuing to build those real and meaningful careers for students across the Commonwealth. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.